I'm Jessica. I'm the president of the West Booster Club. My daughter Isabella is a junior and she does tech. So if I think most of you probably know us, but I wanted to do some introductions. The Booster Club is a small group of elected officers, so Brian is a part of that. Allison is our vice president who's here tonight. Mike is our treasurer who's sitting next to Brian. And then we also have Jennifer and Julie as our secretaries. Neither one of them were available tonight. So the Booster Club works as like the fundraising and volunteer support for the drama club for theater. The big things that we do is organizing the front of the house for the shows. So we manage all of the check-in for tickets, all of the herding, directing people, all of those things. We also do fundraisers, concessions, selling flowers, things like that. The big thing that I wanted to make sure everybody knew tonight is that we communicate primarily with parents and guardians through a Remind. So there's a separate Remind for the kids that Brian uses to change rehearsal times, tell kids where to go, all of those things. And we have a separate one for parents where we will put out calls for volunteers, stuff like that. That will pick up significantly as we get closer to each show. We'll be calling for volunteers to manage the front of the house. And then, like Brian mentioned, that tech week, which is really intense for kids, we try to organize food so there's something on site to keep them going through those longer days. And we lean on parents to support those. But all that information really goes out through the Remind. So if you're not in the parent Remind already, I would love for you to join it. Can I share my screen? Yeah.
I made you a co-host. Do you see the share
Okay,
screen?
let's try.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have used Remind before, this will probably feel familiar. If not, you're just going to text West Boost to this number, 81010, and it will send me a notification that you're requesting to join it. And I'll put that in the chat as well. So also, if you have other parents who you know are not a part of it, please spread it. We'll put it on the website as well to communicate with parents. We meet as a group once a quarter. We try to time them so that they kind of match with a show so that we can get together as a group a couple of weeks before the show and think through what are the tech week needs, what are the volunteer needs. We did schedule our meetings out for the rest of the school year, but we scheduled them all for Tuesdays. So it sounds like we need to regroup on what nights would be the best for that and then communicate out to everybody else when those meetings are going to be. I think that was all I wanted. Does anybody have any specific questions for the Booster Club, or Mike or Allison, anything you guys want to add?
This is Allison. One thing I would add, which is more of just a parent duty generally, is we would love help in promoting the shows. Brian typically puts out some really great social content on the West Theater Instagram page, which if you are not an Instagram person, fully get it, but we'll work to maybe see what information we can get out to folks. But sharing it on your own social networks, sharing it with your personal networks, it helps increase ticket sales, it helps build community. The shows are really excellent. You'll be proud to promote them, but we would love any help folks can offer in that regard.
And we typically have like flyers or cards or things that are available as they get closer to shows that parents can pick up and spread throughout the community. Also, and you can get noticed on when those are ready to be picked up. Otherwise, I think you have our three faces and then Jennifer and Julie who are around. So if you have questions about how does this work, what does Tech Week actually look like, what does strike look like? They're talking about Palmini after strike. What does that mean? Because that's a thing. Feel free to ask any of us. If you see us, just stop us. That's
Um,
all I have, Brian.
and
Unless there's something
I'm
else you wanted me to
really
go over.
lucky to have the support of the Booster Club parents, and I hope any new parents will consider joining with that mission. Um, I on a lot of these shows am a one-man army for all of the different operational centers of running a show. Like set design, light design, sound design, uh, rehearsal captain, and organizer of cats. Um, and It's such a lift off the shoulders, and our shows have only been better with the help of parents who are running the front of house, getting the word out about the shows, bringing by food. And it's not just the kids who are hungry. I'm usually forgetting to eat with all of the things I've got going on my brain. So thank you, boosters, for everything you guys do. Um, if you want to get in touch with me, all the kids should have a piece of paper that says important dates for the West Theater Club. I sent that one home on the first day. That has my email on it, and my office phone number. Any kid can, quote unquote, text me by using the Remind group. So they can send a direct message for me if you've allowed them to do the direct message feature of Remind. I'm going to write my email in the chat box here as well. It's just, nope, I am going to try again to do that. There it is. It's just my last name _ first name at asdk12.org. And I check it all the dang time if you need to get in touch with me. I'm almost never available to pick up my phone, but I'm always checking my email. So that is a good way to share questions or concerns. And I guess the only other thing I'll say to the parents in our program is I hope that I get to see you before, performance day. I love to meet the theater families that are involved in our program. I know sometimes we don't get together until that celebration at the end. But I welcome parents involved in the program. If anyone has a lot of time that they want to give to our program and is interested in a more formal role, to support the kids, to teach the kids, to teach carpentry skills, or anything like that, or you bring any of your unique talents to the thing. I'm looking for somebody. I'm hiring help. So contact me about that, and I'll tell you what the process can be like to work on that. That's all I had. Oh, and do we want snacks? I almost forgot the most important thing. Yes, please send your kid with some food. I've been late to get to Costco to buy snacks. But usually there's okay, so we got a fridge, got a microwave, we got a Keurig in here, and we try to keep the fridge full of stuff, and there be dry food options as well for the kids to munch on. For some reason, some of these kids don't eat lunch, and then they come to theater really hungry. And any allergies, Amy asks. There is not that I'm aware of, but I didn't ask yet.
I think we'll put that out in the remind for those. We use, oh gosh, what is the program where we organize all the tech
Sign Up Genius
sign up
for
genius?
foods. Mhm.
Yeah, all the details, allergies and whatnot will be in that.
And
And I'm planning to come in and do like an inventory of what's in 51 so we can figure out like, do we need plates, napkins, so all that kind of stuff too, and can let people know what's available.
And with that, I'm gonna stop recording now.